Hey, everybody. Welcome to my freak show. It's the weekly Wednesday live stream, and it is so great to have everybody here that is here. Thank you all so much. Okay, as usual, with the weekly Wednesday live stream, let's talk about episode 7. Excuse me, just briefly. And let's talk about predictions for episode 8. Speculate the hell out of the season, answer your questions. Needless to say, though, guys, spoiler warning. And of course, I want to give a special shout out to channel member Blaze and, of course, new patron Diana. Thank you so much, Lady Di. Thank you so much, Blaze. You guys are wonderful for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, guys, if you enjoy the stream, like it, subscribe. You can become a channel member, a Patreon. Links are in the description, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's talk about the episode that is going to start coming tonight. Okay, I guess just really quickly, let's just go back over Ave Hestia. And we got the back story to Addie and, of course, Dex, and how at the beginning, Ivy had her twins, Sonia and Adeline. They died, and Siobhan brought them back to life. I mean, we speculate it's Siobhan, okay? Just because of the necklace doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean that that she actually, I mean, I feel that she is, but let's see how it goes. So, we speculate that Siobhan was the one who brought her back. We see Addie and Dex, and they're happily married. Um, Addie has a restaurant, Ave Hestia. Dex is a painter, but he's not very good, we've learned. And her best friend Talia is, I guess, she owns a startup company, something like that. Anyway, Talia sells her soul to the Coven for 1.2 billion. And I saw a lot of you guys comment that 1.2 billion is a good compromisable soul selling amount. And I understand. I totally get it. I just thought it was funny so that way we could just see what would it take you to sell your soul? I mean, like for me, I mean, it'd have to be something absolutely insane. Like I could actually go back to childhood with my memories of being an adult and I get all of my family back and just, I don't know, maybe something like that I would probably do, but not for money, you know? But anyway, I just really thought that was awesome that Talia did that. And so she joined the cult, and she's the one also who is betraying Addie. We get more information too in there with the backstory about Sonia and Addie, how Addie didn't want to be bad to people. She wanted to be good. And so she left the Coven. And so the Coven came for her. Addie found out she was pregnant, and the Coven came and took her baby by force. And I guess it was used to keep them young. I guess I believe so, yes. And oh yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. I loved the part with with all of them, especially in the restaurant, and Talia reveals herself, and then they reveal so much information, like that Talia sold her soul to the Coven for $1.2 billion, and she had carried multiple creatures for them. We found out that Addie carried multiple creatures before, and that they also revealed that Talia is going to be in charge of finding the new wife for Dak, so that way they can have the purest product possible, which makes me kind of wonder, like, I thought they already had Anna in mind. So I wonder what's going on with that. And then they set Addie on fire, and oh my god, that was just last episode was had so much information. No. Sorry, Cooks, your boundary is up. I put up borders so Cooksy can't come in here this time. And I really just enjoyed the backstories. I enjoyed I know I know I'm not going to um stay on this section for too long, but the whole thing about Dex not knowing what his father was doing, and his dad screaming at you, "This is how you were made," while he's enjoying Siobhan. I mean, and then they wanted him to erase his memory, the blood that's taken from Virginia. I did not think, and so many of you pointed out in the comment section that maybe that's the B12 that they're giving to Anna. I could not believe that, guys. I could not believe that you had such an awesome theory like that. It blew my mind. So I enjoyed that very much. And that's why I love talking with you guys in the comments and everything such as that. I know, Cooks, I love you too, and I'll play with you later. I got to do my live stream. I gotta play with these people now. So yeah, that's just what happened on episode 7. Let's take some comments and then let's start moving into what we think might happen for episode 8. I'm sorry, I can see that the light back there is kind of coming through and it might be a little hard to see. Okay. All right. First off, Blaze, so great to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Merman Eli, Merman says, your favorite merman is splashing on in. I rewatched the episodes, so much to discuss. Yes, I know, right? Blaze says, hey, Mary, how are you? I'm doing great now that I'm with you guys. And he says, I want to Scream Queen season 3. And P.S. I'm sorry, the abbreviation. And PS. I see. And PS. Yes. Chanel Oberlin is Emma's best performance. If her career, if I don't care what anyone says. I agree. But there is one thing in Emma Roberts' career, in my opinion, that overshadows her portrayal in Scream Queens, and that is the Black Coat's daughter. I really enjoyed Emma and the Black Coat's daughter. And if you guys have not seen that movie, check it out. It takes place, it's very isolated at a boarding school. It's about this girl that becomes possessed. It's really good. I believe Perkins Osgood did the movie, and that's Anthony. No, sorry, Osgood Perkins. Why did I say Perkins Osgood? Sorry. Osgood Perkins. His dad is Anthony Perkins, and Osgood has made some fantastic movies, and I believe that's one of them. So check it out if you guys ever get a chance to. But I understand I loved Chanel Oberlin too, but in my opinion, she was at her peak. I mean, she wasn't at her peak. Excuse me. I'm enunciating wrong. One of her best performances, in my opinion, is the Black Coat's daughter. So I'm not overshadowing that, Blaze. I completely agree with you. But if you haven't seen the Black Coat's daughter, you absolutely should. Lewis says, good evening. Lewis, thank you so much for being here. So Emma's mother is a witch, asks Blaze. Guys, I think so. Okay, so if you haven't seen it, oh, my poor hair, I've got to condition it. It is so tangly no matter what. If you saw my last theory video, when I was editing this weekend and I was actually going through the editing process, I realized that wasn't Babette because I blew up the picture and I realized, oh crap, that's not Babette. That looks like it's Anna's mom. What's up with my hair? So after I put the video out, I went back and I looked and I realized, oh, that could be Anna's mom. And somebody told me that afterwards that she's on the cast list for tonight for episode 8. So it really could be. So like I said, after I blew up the picture, I thought, oh no, it was way too late to change the mistake in the video. Like I said, I was already going through the editing and there was no way I was going to be able to actually add that in. And the next video behind the preview breakdown was that Siobhan is Dex's mother. And I thought to myself, Margaret or Siobhan? Margaret or Siobhan? And it was such a hard choice, but I had to fix my mistake and come back and let you guys know that that looks like Margaret in the trailer. So if the episode tonight still gives us good hints or doesn't answer the question, then I absolutely will put out Siobhan as Dex's mom right after the review. And don't worry, guys, as usual, I'm going to get up first thing in the morning. My review should be up by noon. So I wish I could have it up earlier, but everybody in the house sleeps until about 6 or 6:30 when I wake them up for breakfast and everything. So yeah. I'm so excited for the episode tonight. Matt, so glad to have you here. I really appreciate it. Blaze says, "What if Addie is still alive and she just faked her death because we never saw her actually get killed?" I think what happened is that oh, I'm so sorry. My phone is I'm trying to charge it as well. So, um, it just clicked on. I think after Addie died, or sorry, not Addie. I think that after Margaret died, that's when Siobhan came and resurrected her. But I don't know how Addie could fake that unless Siobhan literally did come and resurrect Addie. I mean, I don't think that's well, I know we just saw her get set on fire, but we also saw them stab her abdomen and everything. So, yeah, I really don't think Addie faked it. I think she's long gone. And unless Siobhan will bring her back or some of the other good witches that have the power of resurrection, then I don't think she's going to come back. So, Merman Eli says, I think Miss Preacher is a witch. She might even be Adeline. So many strange coincidences or occurrences with her. I think her backstory is a deception. Ooh, and that's a very good point because we only know what what AHS has told us through the story. We have to rely on these narrators that they're giving us, and we don't know if they're reliable. We don't know if their interpretation of things is the truth. So, absolutely, she does seem very shady, and absolutely want to know why they're all so obsessed with Anna. In my opinion, they started obsessing about Anna, excuse me, before Margaret died. Okay. So Margaret couldn't been part of the coven at that point when she was pregnant with Anna. Otherwise, they would have taken her. It would have been a creature, and it would, they would have taken her baby. So I don't think that she. Yeah, I think she probably is who she says she is. But like I said, we just have to go with what the narrators are telling us. And we'll see tonight because, in my opinion, I am tired of waiting for Miss Preacher and Anna to meet and for Miss Preacher to actually break it down for her. And like I said, they chose Anna. That's what I was talking about. They chose Anna a long time ago for something. So why did they tell Addie that they were putting Talia ahead or in charge of finding Dex's new wife? Wouldn't they already have picked her out at that point? Maybe maybe it was just part they already knew at that time that they were going to bring Margaret back from death. So Siobhan sent out her witches to take care of Anna while she brought Margaret back to life and brought her into their coven. I mean, I really do think that now, after I saw the preview, that since we saw how Siobhan resurrects people and how she brings them back and that she has the power to do it, I absolutely feel that she probably did the same for Margaret. And after Margaret died, she absolutely woke her up and went from there. Blaze says, I'm going to see the new Abigail movie this weekend. Enjoy. Merman Eli says, she appears to Anna in a tree. Anna freaks out, and Miss Preacher looks over it. There was a fire, hearth. That's right. And then when then when they all checked it out, it was missing. Okay, Merman Eli, you've got me going here. Okay, okay. Okay, I hear that now. That does make sense because Ave Hestia. Wow. What if she is Miss Preacher? But, maybe she's just taken her form or something like that. I mean, I don't even know. It doesn't even show us anything other than just her backstory and that she follows Anna. So, huh. Okay. Um, Zordan's Ghost, thank you so much for being here. I hope I enunciated your name right. They asked, do I know that Grace Gumner is Meryl Streep's second eldest daughter? I did, and I forgot to mention it. So thank you so much for putting it in the comments. I think that's why. And Grace Gumner, I believe, is Margaret. That is Anna's mom. and she was also in Freak Show and in another season. But yeah, you can see it in her face how much she looks so much like her mom, and she's an incredible actress. I mean, you can also see it in her too. So yes, that. Thank you so much again for putting that in the comments. Merman Eli says, or maybe Adeline started a coven of witches and Miss Preacher was part of it, and now she's warning the satanic witches' victims. See, that would be something like, what if Addie wasn't the only person who was praising Ave Hestia, or Hestia in the back room? Just because we only saw Addie do it a couple of times doesn't mean that she didn't have friends coming to join her. And it didn't mean that she didn't have friends in her own coven as well. Because the time it appears that she left the coven and got Dex, I mean, they never told us how long, but they were at least married for a year. So let's just take 6 months dating, 6 months engagement, marriage, so at least 2 years, 2 years together. I mean, I was watching Season of the Witch last night, and, I mean, the main chick from that movie, it only took her just literally a few months to get herself in a coven. So I think it's very highly possible, Merman Eli, you have a very, very, very good thought process. Jordan, thank you so much. I'm so glad you were here. Thank you for being here. Alan, thank you so much for being here too. Once again, Sonia, Annabelle Dex is slaying and carrying this season. Really sad that this episode will be so short, but really excited. Oh, it's going to be a short one? Let me go back and check. Let me see how long the episode is. Mm-hmm. Hang on, I'm so sorry. My Hulu is not responding. Okay, there we go. We get to AHS. Okay, I'm in delicate. Hang on one second. Okay. Actually, I'm so glad that you brought that up. Thank you so much, Alan, because I wanted to actually read the synopsis and I forgot to bring it up. And now you just reminded me. So thank you. All right. So Alan said that the episode would be short. Let's see how short it is. Oh, it doesn't tell me. If you guys know how long the episode is, I would really be grateful. So it says the synopsis: the world around Anna is starting to crescendo in every way. Her career path continues to skyrocket while her personal life is more stressful than ever. Just in time for Hollywood's big night. I'm so excited, guys. I am so excited for this episode tonight. Again, I wish I could watch it live, but I'm just not able to. So, oh my God, Alan said he saw it was only 32 minutes. They better pack some damn good information in that 32 minutes. Oh, Marklar. Oh my God. Merman Eli says, I'm an actual witch. Some things make sense. Oh, wow, Merman Eli. That's really awesome. Thank you so much for having the courage. I knocked over Video Drone. Video Drone's going to be mad at me later. So that's my bad. I'll just put it back up there so that way he won't go anywhere. Don't be mad at me, David Cronenberg. That is so cool of you to say that too, because a lot of people, especially back in the day, they could never say something like that. They could never admit it was so taboo, like being gay. It was just crazy that people couldn't say those things. And now it's like, yeah, oh my God, guys, 911. I think I might have to do a live stream on that, Blaze. Did you watch the episode? I am so into Buck and Tommy. Oh my God. Okay, so Merman Eli, you are awesome. Did you ever see Season of the Witch? And if so, did like did Romero get any of that like kind of right back in for the early 70s? So just maybe let me know. I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay. Blaze is asking, what kind of creature do I think Anna is carrying? You know, it doesn't seem to be a creature. It actually seems to be a baby. Ultrasounds and everything. I mean, unless they're lying to her, but they haven't said anything. I mean, of course, they haven't showed her show excuse me, they have not had a scene with Anna yet showing her getting an ultrasound, which is really weird because after a certain amount of time, maybe not in the first 3 months, but maybe in the 4th and 5th month, you're definitely gonna get an ultrasound. That might have changed now, but that was for me when I last had my baby, and that was, like, 11 years ago. So, with all of the medical precautions that they're taking now, especially with pregnant women, I don't know, I think they would have seen the creature in there like they did with Vivian in Murder House, but they didn't so far nothing is being said, so I don't know, this is so weird. Is it a creature? Is it a baby? Is it like is it both? It's driving me crazy. I'm really excited to see what they come out with. I'm really hoping like some kind of Lovecraftian monster. I don't think they're gonna go that far. I don't know if they've got the budget for that, but I don't I don't know. I mean, it's either an antichrist or some type of absolute creature, maybe like an alien or something. I have no idea. But I think after this episode, episode 8, I'm definitely going to speculate on that and put out those final theories before the season wraps up. And of course, Beyond the Horror, guys, my unofficial AHS after show will be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Special guest is going to be my soul brother, Mike. So he's going to come join us tomorrow on Beyond the Horror so we can all talk about the episode. And then next week, of course, we're going to talk about the season finale. And then I'm going to do a live stream after that to actually wrap up the season, give away some gifts, things like that to you guys. So the link for the finale, or sorry, for the actual season wrap up for Beyond the Horror is not up yet. But ones for episode 8 and episode 9 are up now. You can certainly go click on them if you want to be notified or whichever. So, Merman Eli says maybe even Addie was the reason Miss Preach might still even be alive because they left the site. This is the Satanic Coven. See, I never saw anything on Miss Preacher. It just seemed like at that point that they wanted that baby, maybe just purely for consuming. But then again, I think Nicolette told Addie when she came to the Hestia restaurant and showed her the baby teeth that her little creatures missed her. So maybe they're collecting them, like actually collecting this little creature satanic army. And maybe Anna and Dex's baby will be like their leader. I guess that could be it. I mean, it's just so wow. I mean, that's just so outlandish, isn't it? That would be a really cool theory. But I mean, that seems so outlandish. But I can't see for other reason why they're keeping these little creatures. And like I said, with with Nicolette said that in the Hestia restaurant, it just made me think, well, wait, if her little babies miss her, then that means they're still alive. Okay, so that seems like that they're what they're keep doing with the babies, you know? Okay. Merman Eli also says, also, I think the satanic witches target women, raising them high to watch them fall, dangling what a woman wants most in front of them, and then taking it all away, like with the queen and her sister. Oh, yes. Blaze, I did see that you said yes about 911. So, absolutely, I will absolutely start making a review on that. Blaze says, I don't like how they ended with a cliffhanger and we don't find out for 3 weeks. Can you do a live stream for 911? Yes, don't you worry about that. Merman Eli says, I love watching Season of the Witch. Oh, I'll watch Season of the Witch and get back to you. I think it's for free on YouTube, actually. Do I even Yeah, it's Season of the Witch, George A. Romero. Oh God, no, not the one with um Cage, not Nick Cage. Whoo! New. Let me just put in 1972. Okay, so yeah, somebody has a full movie playlist right here, and ooh, I don't know if you'd be able to understand it like that, but okay. So anyway, but you get what I'm saying. If you can, Merman Eli, check it out because it's one of George A. Romero's I think he did this after Night of the Living Dead, and it's really good. I don't know. It's just check it out. I think you'd really like it. Okay, I got you, Blaze. I got your comment, darling. And Zordan's Ghost says, "You got my name. Yay. Thank you. I'm so glad." Zordan said, "I love this season so far and can't wait to see the result of the build-up AHS universe-wise. There is no way that the Coven season 3 witches are not aware of Siobhan and her antics." Right? So maybe that'll be like what season 3 will be about because I don't know, Kim, I guess she's gonna star in a movie after since she's done with AHS. She's been signed on to a movie. I mean, I guess she can always come back to AHS for next season. Siobhan versus Scathich versus Michael. Oh, yeah. I just got done watching The Iron Claw again recently. My sweet husband bought it for me for our wedding anniversary because he knows how much I really wanted to see it. I was gonna want a copy, and he was so sweet. He got me flowers, The Iron Claw, and candy, and oh my god, I yeah. That was so great. Um, stupid things. I'm so sorry, guys. I got little stupid things stuck in my head. But yeah, that just made me think of the theory that I made of Scathich versus Michael. But then, like, what about Siobhan versus Scathich versus Michael? Or just Siobhan versus Scathich? So yeah, I was just thinking about Battle Royale. So I'm sorry, the Iron Claw was just getting me into thinking of like Battle Royals. I'm so sorry. It's been such a long day today. Star testing with my kids. I had to get up so early to make sure they all had breakfast and then their dinners tonight and then their laundry and snackies for tomorrow. And just it's been going on all week. And I can't wait for tomorrow because tomorrow is the last day for the week of their star test. And I'll have a little bit more of my brain back. Merman Eli says, "I do think these babies are somehow related to the apocalypse season. Remember, the DNA test showed they were matched to be survivors in the new world, Michael's world." Absolutely. And the little hand from the creature in Delicate is the same in as an apocalypse. It's got to be the same type of creature. I mean, some kind of satanic, demonic creature. So, yes, Michael's world. I love the way you say that. Matt says on the TV guide, it was 10 to 10:54 minutes for commercials, 32 minutes, probably right about. Usually it's like 40 minutes with the commercials. So usually about 14 minutes with commercials. 14 minutes of commercials, excuse me. So hopefully then that means it'll be like 40 minutes. But wow, 32 minutes. Gosh, I do hope it better be at least 40. I'm going to be a little upset. Merman Eli says, "I still think there is very much a connection to Lilith, mother of demons." You know, I mean, that's one thing that I really am trying to work on too is looking because I don't really understand very much of Lilith. I know about her, I know some things about her, but to actually work on these theory videos, I don't want to sound stupid. So I actually go and do the research. I find this information, I look it up, and I cross check it to make sure it's right. So I give you guys the most accurate information. And that one is just taking so long that other videos are coming so much in front of it. But I do have a theory video about it. I just hope I can actually get it done before the season finale. But hopefully they'll wait until the season finale to actually reveal what Siobhan is. So let's hope. Oops, sorry. I saw a photo shared of Siobhan and Dr. Hill. So there is a scene and Kim has a different kind of style hair. Could we possibly be getting a quick little flashback of Siobhan's life? Absolutely. I hope so. I would love to see anything that they bring us of how Siobhan got to where she is today. That is so interesting. Merman Eli says this season does confirm the existence of other factions of witch covens, some benevolent, some not so. Absolutely. And Coven also confirmed the existence of other covens as well. And there are different supremes of those covens. So there are different ones as well. Blaze says, "Do you think AHS would be way different? It was produced by A24." Absolutely. Merman Eli says, "Or maybe it's that the babies are born innocent and they corrupt the children before it's born with those B12 vitamins and change its alignment to evil." Do you guys think that the tubes or that the blood that they're getting out of Virginia, do you think that is what Anna is drinking? I have to say though, it did not look like blood. It in the actual Zordan's ghost. Thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. You are for becoming a channel member. You are so sweet. I really appreciate it. You're obviously going to get a bunch of perks, and you can certainly pick out some videos if you'd like me to do them as well. So, and don't forget to come and join Freaks of not sorry, Guests at the Hotel Cortez. I'll give you links and stuff like that. That's for Patreons and channel members to come talk, and you guys can give me video topics, and I give you exclusives and things like that. So I'll make sure you get that. But thank you so much again, Zordan's Ghost. I really appreciate you for doing that for me. But I do wonder, guys, that B12 that Siobhan gave Anna looked like I mean, I know it was in a dark vial, but blood, the consistency between blood and B12, in my opinion, is different. I don't think there can it's got to be different. So how could and couldn't Anna taste the blood if it really was blood? I don't know. Maybe they could have changed the taste, but what do you guys think? I mean, do you I saw what they were taking out of Virginia. Maybe they could be putting it like through some kind of filter like they did in Hotel, filtering out the blood, and then maybe that's what they're giving to Anna? Oh my gosh, I have no idea what how where that is coming from, and even if it is B12, I'm so excited to find out where this guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so excited for this episode. Little Dusty, thank you so much for being here. Little Dusty says, am I crazy for thinking the Ashleys are their witch characters from Apocalypse? Maybe they are trying to intervene because we still don't know a lot about their characters. Also, I made it to a live for the first time. Yes, you sure did. Thank you so much for being here, Little Dusty. I appreciate it. That is a very good question. Wow. Okay. I wondered the same. We haven't gotten their backstories yet. We've only seen them maybe once or twice in an episode, and we've seen them in the previews coming up for the finale, or it could be episode 8. So, it could be one of the two, or both, whichever. I wonder the same if they're Mallory and Coco, because, like you guys said in the comments, there's no way the Coven witches, Fiona, Mallory, and the rest of them are not aware of this new Coven that is on the rise. So, yeah, that is a great if they did this, Little Dusty, that would be an epic twist. I don't care if it's something that we predicted. If they actually did this and made the Ashleys as which I don't know, they went back in time and showed the Ashleys way back in time in the 1500s. So, I mean, they could have sent them back in time. Mallory is the supreme and she can do that shit. So, yeah. Um excuse me, if they did that, I don't care if it was spoiled or if we guessed it, it would be epic. Epic, epic, because I don't think most people would suspect it. I know I didn't suspect it until you guys actually pointed it out to me and reminded me, hey, there's no backstories. We don't really get much information. And thinking, yeah, actually, that would make sense. So Hmm, that's a very good one. Now, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, absolutely, you can like the stream. You can subscribe if you would like to. If you would like to take it a step further and become a channel member like Zordan's Ghost and Blaze, or become a patron like many others, there's free levels and there are also paid levels, but you still get a bunch of rewards, even just for $1. So thank you all so much for supporting the channel. And I'm literally at almost 15,000 subscribers. So I am doing a special video as a big thank you to you guys for that. Oh, and Zordan's Ghost, don't forget to check out the videos that I have put up in the membership because there's some reaction videos that are for members only. So if you have some time later and you'd like to, go check that out. And if there's anything that you also would like me to make a video of or something like that, a topic that you have, absolutely, I would love to do that for you. I'd love to do anything that you guys like because I'm just so grateful again for your support. Okay, so Merman Eli says that they eat innocent babies and birth monstrosities. Notice that Anna lost a baby at the start when her career was rocketing. Every time her career advanced, something happened to the child. Merman says, Eli says, and Dr. Hill maybe implanted Siobhan's embryo into Anna, and they gave her pregnancy scares, so she wants her baby even more. I never thought about them putting Siobhan's egg into Anna. Yeah, what if that's really not Anna's baby? Wow. Okay, you just blew my mind again, Merman Eli. Oh my god. Wow. That could be now, I remember a long time ago when the season first started, and we just knew that the show was gonna be based off Delicate Condition. Kim Kardashian was gonna play a main character, and so was Emma Roberts. I wondered if Siobhan or sorry, before we really even knew any information, but we knew it was Delicate Condition, and we knew it was Kim, Emma, and Matt Sersney. So I had a theory that Siobhan was the stalker, and she was stalking Anna because her embryo was put into Anna, so she wants to make sure that her baby comes out safe. Now, that was just something that I just came up with because we hadn't gotten anything of the season yet, and we didn't know how closely the show would follow the book. So I just kind of, really dived into that theory pool, just kind of coming in and out with ideas of things that they might go for that they wouldn't normally do. So I didn't really expect them to still follow it for the Rosemary's Baby. But like I said, I made theories that thought way outside of that box, and that was one of them. So Merman Eli, I wonder if that will happen. I mean, that would be so awesome if that's what happened. If Dr. Hill implanted Siobhan's embryo into Anna and that's not really Anna's baby. So I don't know. I mean, I know Anna's baby died at one time. Maybe it was a girl, so it was no good and they needed a boy. And so Ivy kind of like help the baby come out. So maybe after Anna had the miscarriage, like maybe they smeared it all over themselves or something like that. And then satanically got her pregnant again, and it was a boy it took. And yeah, like I said, I am so excited to see what happens. But that is also a really good idea. And I do hope that they would do that. All right, guys, I wish I could do a poll, but I'm going to go do one, I think, on my Twitter and over here on my comments in YouTube and probably in the Freaks of AHS group. Cordelia versus Siobhan. Who do you think would win? Now, this would be an epic match, in my opinion. Way more epic than anything. I would love to see Sexy Scathach versus Cordelia, or like Siobhan, yeah, versus Cordelia, or like Siobhan versus Sexy Scathach. Yeah, I wish AHS would do that. Like, if anybody out there knows how to do cartoons or something like that, maybe they have video editing, maybe we can like come together or something like that and just like make a video of like them actually in a ring going head to head and everybody like using their powers. Man, I wish I had somebody that could help me do that because that would be awesome to see them actually going at it and just, yeah. Zordan's Ghost said the two Ashleys always travel together, with Fitzcoco and Mallory traveling together to kill all instances of the Antichrist. Yes, Zordan's Ghost, absolutely. Debbie, Ebby, but Bebby, thank you so much for being here. Oh, Merman Eli says, Cordelia, you don't fuck with the Supreme. I agree. But that's the thing, though. Remember, Cordelia was losing her power because Mallory was rising. Mallory was rising as the Supreme. So would it be versus Cordelia? And if it would Cordelia even have her powers? So I guess, is it like Siobhan versus full strength Cordelia? you know? That would be awesome. I think we have to like set some boundaries on which Cordelia we're gonna use for this fight. Not the one that's blind, and isn't the Supreme. So Little Dusty says, "Oh yeah, I forgot they were shown when the Queen was giving birth, but it would be so amazing." Debbie says, "I'm hoping Madison was our first clue for next season. 13 has to be witches, right? But I still hope with all the twin clues that Madison Montgomery is Anna's twin, as unlikely as it is." Hey, we have no idea, Debbie, of anything other than what the show has showed us. Anna could have possibly had a twin. I'm sorry, I have to stretch my leg. Anna could have possibly had a twin. And maybe the Coven enchanted them to think that they didn't. Because remember, the Coven has the ability, the one that we're seeing in Delicate, to erase memories and implant new memories in there. Who's to say that she didn't have a twin? Okay, so really quickly, Coven was like in 2013. So that would have been like 18 years old. And we are in 2023, and Anna's supposed to be about 36, and it says Madison would be about maybe 28, maybe 30. I don't think the ages would match up. However, I don't know. That's something we should look into. I meant to look into that about when Madison was born and everything and try to match them up together because there's got to be some evidence somewhere if they're really trying to lay the work down for this. So let's see. Blaze says, beware of Debbie. Love you, Mary and Debbie. You're so sweet, Blaze. Love you too. Little Dusty says, how would you like to see a mermaid season come to life? A lot of fans want this, including me, but I'd like to hear your take on it. Absolutely, Little Dusty. I would love something not kind of like the lighthouse, but something that is remote like that. Maybe, off a coast, a little island or something that's remote, got a small little town on there. You can't get anywhere. You can't get help. And yeah, the people there absolutely start finding mermaids. And absolutely, I think that would be a season because nobody's actually done it before. I mean, as far as I know, we haven't seen a mermaid. So I don't think we've ever seen one. So I think it's highly possible that one day they're going to be ready for that. And I know a lot of fans want it, and a lot of fans wanted like Tate and Violet to be back together, and they wanted an answer to Murder House, and they got it. So more than likely, we might be able to get a mermaid season. Merman Eli says, what Adeline says to Sonia is, you take without asking. So maybe they magically abort the baby first, inject the embryos at the doctor's office so that it looks like they kept the baby. You take without asking. Abort the baby and inject the embryos. Okay. I didn't realize that Addie told Sonia, you take without asking. That's something definitely to think about. Thank you so much, Merman Eli, for saying that. Debbie says the miscarriage was them unaliving Anna's baby so that the creature twin could triumph, in my honest opinion. Oh, look at you, Debbie. Slaying, as always. Girly Pop, you are awesome. You are badass. Edward, Betty, Edward, it's so great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Edward says, hello again, Mary. I was hoping to see a Coven or a connection to Coven/Apocalypse. If only Fiona was alive, or is she? No, I mean, she's with all that Nulty Pine, I think. So, Merman Eli, Edward, thank you again for being here. I haven't seen you in a while, and it's so great to have you at the stream. Merman Eli says, that was a different timeline. Mallory had to rise. Okay, witches rise and gain powers in times of trouble and stress. That was a different timeline. Get it now. Okay. Got you. Thank you so much, Merman Eli. See, that's why I love you guys and talking with you. You guys are so much more educated than me. I think I'm educated in AHS, but then we all talk and it's like, I realize I don't really know shit. Little Dusty said, full strength Cordelia is hilarious. Yes. Debbie says, I definitely think Anna's memory is obstructed. Yes. Little Dusty says, I hope they really touch on the voodoo dolls and not leave it loose. A lot of entertainment really doesn't go there, or doesn't really go there. Absolutely. Matt Hunter, and I do want to see an answer to those voodoo dolls too. And it looks like Anna's legs are going to like bend and twist and do everything like the doll that was left for her in this past episode. So, I mean, I wonder, are they going to go? I hope they'll answer that right and not leave that just as something for us to interpret. Matt Hunter says, I think Cordelia was losing her powers because she brought back Zoe. The powers since the original host, after Zoe died again, she survived for like a whole year or two. Yeah, that's true. Blaze says, if we get voodoo, we might see Queenie again. Nice. I would love that too. Thumbs up the stream, y'all. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, Debbie. And Blaze says, didn't Vivian have twins and Michael ate the other twin, or am I just tripping? No, no, he didn't eat the twin, but the twin was significantly smaller. Yeah. And Michael was thriving where the other baby was not. So both babies were born, but Michael was the only one that survived. You are not tripping. He did not eat him, though I kind of first thought, yeah, he did. But then he didn't. I realized he didn't. He didn't do that. Guys, thank you all so much for being here at the live stream. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go on ahead and start ending the stream so that way I can start getting my kids ready for tomorrow. Like I said, start testing for everybody. So, got to make sure they have their dessert and they get tucked in bed with everything they need. So that way they go to sleep and have a great test day tomorrow. Thank you all so much for being here. If you all want more content, please check out my theory videos, also my reviews and all that kind of stuff. AHS episode 6 hasn't been put up yet because I keep getting copyright strikes and I barely have any video in there. So I'm confused. I'm confused. So I'm working on it. It's crazy. I just don't understand. I barely have any video in there and I got copyright strike. Crazy. So anyway, thank you all so much for being here. I cannot wait for episode 8 tonight, and I hope you all enjoy it. I cannot wait to get up at like 5 a.m., have some breakfast, and watch the show. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Can't wait to discuss it with you tomorrow for Beyond the Horror, my unofficial AHS after show. So thank you guys again for being here. I love you all, and beware of Debbie Ebby Babetty. I would normally say Scathich, but trust me, you do not want to piss Debbie off. Love you guys. Thank you all again so much for being here. Bye, guys.